Howdy y'all, and welcome. Hope everybody's doing alright out there, especially those down in Florida, as cleanup efforts are underway, as Hurricane Milton made landfall as a Category 3 the other night. And of course, it was a major Category 5 hurricane and broke a record for low pressure as it went below 900 millibars twice. It's the only hurricane to do so. As it made landfall, weakened down as major wind shear and dry air got a hold of it and caused a record amount of tornado warnings, which was second most in U.S. history, about 126 reported tornado warnings and 37 reported tornadoes that occurred that day, of course. Blew the roof off the Tampa Bay Rays Stadium, and of course, a couple cranes fell down, hit a couple buildings as well, and there was a lot of storm surge. So hopefully y'all are doing all right out there, and I'm sure y'all are, because Ron DeSantis is a good governor, and y'all are pretty persistent down there. So hope for the best down there for y'all, as I know this sucks. Now, there's a lot of fear-mongering going around on social media, of course. Hurricane Nadine, well, that's not going to happen. No hurricanes are expected in the next week or so don't expect anything down there in Florida. This is fake news. Fearmongers like to do this for clicks, of course. Don't fall for that garbage. As we can see here on the National Hurricane Center page, they're not even acknowledging Nadine, so don't buy into the fearmongering. There's no formation chances at all down here in the Gulf or in the Caribbean. There is one out here in west of Africa, though, 50% chance the next couple days. Of course, the next 7 days there is a 50% chance. So basically 50-50 chance of formation out here just west of Africa. Keep that in mind. I'll keep an eye on that. Now, of course, there's Leslie as well. Not expected to impact anybody, but expected to possibly impact the European countries by later next week. Keep this in mind if you live out there. May just turn into a big old rainstorm for y'all. But really, supposed to rain a fish storm out there, so that's some good news for the Gulf Coast, as there's nothing to worry about down there, as cleanup efforts are underway. Eastern Pacific, not much there. Central Pacific, not much there either. Now, the reasoning behind why these fearmongers show y'all end of the world hurricanes is because the GFS likes to print hurricanes and tropical storms this time of year, because hurricane season lasts all the way into November. We can see anything over 200 hours out is really la la land. Of course, we can see 200 hours out. We can see there is going to be some formation out there. Keep in mind, this will not happen. The National Hurricane Center hasn't even acknowledged this, as it's supposed to be making landfall over by Central America by the 19th and really fizzle out. Not expecting it to form at all, mainly because of these sea surface temperatures. We can see the Gulf has been worked over because of Milton and Helene, of course, and that's the reason why we're not expecting anything to impact the Gulf Coast, is because these sea surface temperatures are not going to be favorable. But we can see here in the Southern Caribbean, we got some favorable sea surface temperatures, and that's probably why the GFS is showing some activity down there by the 19th. But keep in mind, nothing's formed yet. National Hurricane Center is not even acknowledging this, so do not fear, do not panic, as that's what the fearmongers like to do. They like to panic, they like to show y'all this kind of nonsense for the clicks. But again, really good news for y'all in Florida, as y'all need a break from hurricanes this year. Y'all been getting slammed, of course, and even up here in North Carolina as well. So now that we know there's not going to be any sort of systems impacting y'all here in the near term, let's go ahead and take a look at our troughs and ridges. Basically what this means is basically if you see a trough, it brings bad weather with it, and it's typically cool. If you see a ridge, it basically brings good weather, and it's usually warmer. The reds here is the ridge, and the blue is the trough. So push this into the future. It looks like we're going to be in a little bit of a ridge amongst much of the country, except for up in the northeast. It looks like a trough's going to be coming in up there. Could be bringing some very cool temperatures and some snow potentially up there. Then watch as we head into the middle parts of the month. This is when that system is going to be rolling through Central America, potentially. Keyword there is potentially, might not even happen. I'll keep y'all posted though, but I doubt it will happen. But we can see it's going to be a little bit of a trough over here in the southwest, and that's why this system is going to be moving this way instead of up here by this way, because we got this little system here. And as we all know, hurricanes and tropical storms hate wind shear and dry air, and it's looking like there's going to be some dry air here, which is going to be basically moving that hurricane this way. Needless to say, basically good news for the coastal states, as hurricane season is starting to wind down. So now that we know we're not going to be coming in on any sort of systems here in the near term, let's go and take a look at our weather pattern for the next couple of weeks. Since we already took a look at the troughs and ridges, we can see as we head past the weekend, expect some rain and snow showers up in the northeast, as there's already been freeze and frost warnings issued. And once we move past Tuesday, it's looking like we're still dealing with some snow showers, rain showers up in the northeast. Looking like we could come in on a major snowstorm up in the northwest potentially, and some severe weather amongst the south central part of the country. Keep in mind, 200 hours out, well out into the future. May not happen. If it does, we could come in on an uptick in some severe weather, which we are coming in on our second severe weather season, by the way, so keep that in mind. And it's looking like more snow occurring up there in the mountain west, so definitely getting exciting, y'all, as far as snowfall goes. Now, as we take a look at our precipitation outlook for the next 6 to 10 days, we can see much of the country is going to be well above average from Washington down into Texas and Florida, but dry from Louisiana into the northeast. Next 8 to 14 days, really much of the same story, although we could be coming in on a soggy pattern out east as we head towards the end of the month as some severe is going to start to pick up, as well as some snow up here in the northwest. Now let's go and take a look at our snow totals while we're at it. Keep in mind that anything every week out's virtually impossible to forecast as far as snow goes, because one run can show 20 inches, and the next run can show 5 inches, and then the actual event, y'all get nothing. Push us forward, we can see past 200 hours out. It's la la land, but we can see about a foot to two, and the higher elevations could expect more, of course, so keep that in mind. If you have to head out on the roads, be careful. But of course, this is very good for those ski resorts. If you're heading out to those ski resorts, then please get out and enjoy those. And getting snowfall, please send it over to my X and Facebook pages. I would greatly appreciate that, y'all. So now that we know we're going to be dealing with some severe weather and snowfall up in the northwest and in the central part of the country, let's go and take a look at our temperature pattern. As we are in October and we're basically in the I don't know what to wear kind of season, as daytime's going to be warm, nighttime's going to be cool. Sort of the back and forth pattern for quite some time, but watch as we head into the middle parts of the month. Very chilly temperatures here amongst much of the upper Midwest into the northern plains. Then we'll warm up again, cool down, and really cold here on the 16th, 5 o'clock in the morning, really chilly air, about 40 degrees, could be coming in on some frost weather. And then, of course, we're going to be coming in on a cold front potentially here at the end of the month, which is going to drop those temperatures down for much of the lower 48. And we're going to be dealing with some near 0 degree temperatures up here in the northwest as we're going to be coming in on some potential snowstorms. So definitely bundle up here in the long term, but in the short term, it's looking like we're going to be pretty warm. Now, feels like temperatures, y'all may wonder, here on the 16th. Looks like we could be coming in on right around 20 degree feels like temperatures for much of the upper Midwest, so prepare for some chilly air here at the middle parts of the month. And we can see this here on the temperature outlook by the Climate Prediction Center. We can see the next 6 to 10 days, much of the country is going to be near normal to above average. And of course, the southeast is going to be below average. The next 8 to 14 days, really about the same story, although the northwest is going to be way below average. And we can see some much below normal temperatures expected from the 16th and 17th. So I was showing you all the apparent temperatures could be down in the 20s, while the actual temperature is going to be in right around the 40s. So prepare for some potential frost out there, as we typically see frost this time of year in the upper Midwest. So prepare for that. And here's how you can prepare those plants for frost season as we head into the meat and potatoes of fall. Shifting gears here, if you're heading out to the race tomorrow, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good race day as the race goes from noon all the way into right around 10 o'clock at night. It's a night race, so heading out to that, it's looking like it's going to be in the mid-50s, so bundle up if you're heading out there. And of course, if you're heading out to qualifying today on Friday, it's going to be in the mid-70s, but it's going to be a good race day compared to how the Battle on the Bricks went, because the Battle on the Bricks was very soggy. Prepare for some dry conditions for the whole entire race, and if you're curious as to what the standings are going to be, since this is the championship race, it's looking like Porsche is going to win the whole championship this year in IMSA, while Chevrolet is looking to at least get a podium finish. Not been a very good year for Corvette, but if you get a podium finish, it's pretty good. Ford, sucks to suck. Y'all are going to be not winning it this year, so sucks to suck. But speaking of cool temperatures and fall, gotta take a look at the fall foliage here on the 11th. A lot more fall foliage out there. Of course, heading into right on the 16th and 17th, it's going to be very chilly out. It's going to be feeling more like fall, of course. More peak foliage is going to be in store as we head into next weekend, so definitely prepare for that. Some meaning fall foliage if you want to, or any weather pictures. Send it over my X and Facebook pages up here, of course, and I'll have links in the description down below. Go check those out and send me any weather and fall foliage pictures if you want to, because we all know why fall is number one, because Halloween, chilly air, sweaters, pumpkins, and bugs die as well. I've noticed that bugs have been dying out here outside the Williamsburg headquarters here lately. Bees and some 6-legged creature. And here's a meme I saw while I was looking up for memes for y'all. That male ladybugs can spend up to 4 hours mating with a dead female before they realize something is not right. Somebody's got too much time on their hands, y'all. And we're all going to be snug as a rug in our beds, hopefully, when these temperatures do drop down into the 40s and 30s and even 20s. For much of the country here at the end of the month. I know those who head to work early in the morning, it sucks getting up and dealing with these temperatures, but bundle up and get snug as a bug in a rug. Now let's take a look at the birdcast. We can see that not many birds moving out tonight. More a little bit tomorrow night. And then on the 13th, looks like more birds are going to start to move out. We can see the current birds that are in flight right now, right down 14.2 million birds. We can see here in the state of Indiana, as the auroras were going on last night, right around 659,800 birds moved out, with the main bird being the black-throated green warbler bird. It's a pretty neat looking bird. I'm sure those birds were confused last night when they were seeing those auroras. They were probably flying like, what the heck is that? Speaking of Halloween and those cool temperatures, we got 19 days left until Halloween, y'all. Ready for spooky season and trick-or-treating. We'll have my trick-or-treat forecast out here shortly. Probably by next weekend, I would say. At least a sneak peek of that. So prepare for spooky season, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's weather forecast. If you did, make sure you hit that like and share button so more folks are informed about the weather. Also, leave me some feedback in the comment section down below, because feedback helps ready you to be better and more informative content in the future. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below with bell notifications turned on, because everyone's always weather we try to make weather forecasting fun and informative. So basically prepare for what could be a very chilly weather pattern here at the middle and end of the month, with some potential snowstorms occurring up there in the northwest and some severe weather occurring in the central part of the country. As far as tropical weather goes, don't expect any hurricanes or tropical storms to impact the lower 48 any. So that's some good news. Although there's a lot of fearmongers out there showing Nadine. Don't buy into the fearmongering. Don't buy into the garbage. I'll keep y'all posted, but I doubt anything forms at all. But if anything can, will change, of course. So again, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all y'all for watching. Hopefully y'all are doing okay down there in Florida if you're watching this, as cleanup efforts are underway. So like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all y'all. And until next time, never stop forecasting.